So I don't know when I stopped reading this, but I know it was at least about 20-ish chapters in. And I don't think Izana shows up. And Amber also does not save Sienna's mom. She might save Sienna, but if Sienna is the mom, she dies in childbirth, which is going to take some time before Amber can help with that. So, suffice to say, if any of that is the case, it's a hell of a drug. The week passes by, leading into Saturday. My alarm goes off, which has been set to trigger an hour before Sienna arrives, which is around 9 on Saturdays. They used, why don't you just say on 9 today? Why can't you just say the week passes by and then have this be the thing the closest in on Saturday? You don't have to make those two separate statements. As much I would love to laze around on bed this into the late morning, I mentioned that she would just wait around until I'm ready, which I don't want. Turning off the alarm, I get up and stretch my various appendages. The penis. Wings included. My bones crack into place. The penis bone. Causing me to sigh in relief. That's the stuff. With my stretches out of the way, I pick up my phone from my bed and head out towards the bathroom. Why do you have a phone? I thought you had an Elon Musk mind control chip. Grabbing a towel on the way. Surely getting Meta's super glass built into your brain meant that you could just browse the internet on your head, right? Scrolling through my notifications as I walk, I notice I have a text message. It's from Sienna. Opening it, I read its contents. I'm pretty sure its contents plural. Also, Safi supplies the Oblivion's code is held together with duct tape and hopes and dreams of Todd. I mean, there's a big difference, right, between it being goofy, weird stuff and they straight up make someone walk through the wilderness and die. Good morning, Amber. Can't make it today. You're free to run by yourself, though. Smiley face. Cheeky. I guess I'm already up. May as well spruce up. Going through my morning routine. Once I finished getting ready, I went downstairs for breakfast. Why is there a comma here? This is just a sentence. I don't see... So you're going through the morning routine, but once you finished getting ready, you went... This is bad line. Bad. Waggling my finger bad. We got Kitten Boy Wife. One of the three Christmas spirits. We have Senator of the Christmases you'd rather forget. We have Kitten Boy Wife of the Christmases you honestly would prefer to not know about, but you just can't live without them. Because they're just so wild sometimes. I guess that's also Senator. No, those aren't good Christmas spirits. I know that Aaron Nolan Beckett is like the Christmases that you forget about because they're perfectly fine and serviceable, and there's nothing special, so you forget about them because, you know, you're not agonized by the ghost. God, man, it's hard to make Christmas spirits that aren't just the past, present, and future without sounding a little mean. Well, you guys figure out what Christmas spirits you are. Don't forget Scary Dave belongs in there too. That's what makes it so difficult. Arriving in the kitchen, I spot Naser thinking, "Morning, Amber. Weren't you going out with Sienna today?" "Oh, she had to cancel." "So, got nothing to do today." Answer Naser, to which he nods in understanding and goes back to his food. To sacrifice several orphans, make it compile. I take a seat myself. As Grandma sets down my breakfast in front of me. You're 15. Digging in, I make small talk with Naser and Grandma to accompany me. My Christmas appearances are not forgettable, because they usually end up in the books on weird incantations that defy logic. Hey, can you pronounce this character? Then you can summon a demon. That also isn't a demon, but demon is like the closest word we have for it. Kitten Boy Wife is the Christmas spirit of familial awkwardness. Hell yeah! Now that's a good one. So we have the Christmas we can't pronounce. The Christmas we'd rather forget. I guess Scary Dave is like the Christmas of plenty. The man always shows up with plenty of links. But those Christmases are not common, unfortunately. Doesn't show up as much as we'd want or wish. After a while, I notice Fang hasn't come down to eat, which they usually do around this time. Hey, is Fang okay? Aren't they going to have their breakfast? Oh, Fang? Well, they did. I left early today for school beautification. Naser answers me with a pair of words sounding familiar to me. School beautification! I think I heard Rosa say that once before. Well, the thing is, beautification is technically one of those nights, but they couldn't figure out a way to make Sir fit into it. So, you know. It's a cut Falador night. Seeing my contemplation, Naser took it on himself to clarify. Turns out that it's just another way of saying détachons. Sex be forced to go to school on a weekend. As I start thinking about Fang's crimes, I start thinking on my own. Amber, don't commit crimes. Should I just go out and walk? I don't feel like staying home today, but I'm not one for aimlessly wandering. Say my name 3 times in the mirror, and you will find spoons in with several holes. God damn it. My spoons! They now fit neatly onto a necklace. Hey, if you got nothing to do, would you want to hang out instead? I turned to look towards Naser, who just offered. Oh wait, it's Naser. Hey, if you got nothing to do, would you? Naser, you're. Oh wait, Naser's probably like 17. Yeah, Naser's like a year younger, right? So yeah, he actually is a lot more like less weird if he hangs out with Amber, even though he's in senior year. I mean, it's still awkward. But are you sure isn't Naomi coming over? Nah, she's got stuff to do today. Though if you don't hang, that's cool. I don't mind. Naser said that last part dejectedly. Why would Naser be dejected? You're 15! Almost as if he was used to getting brushed off with a kid or someone to spend time together. Naser's popular though, so why does he think I'm gonna turn him down? Fang's crime include worm bothering, general flatulence, and worst of all, leering. I don't know why, but the term general flatulence just makes it so funny to me. Worm bothering. It's not specific flatulence. It's not having stinky fart. It's just in general. I'll dwell on that thought for a moment, ultimately deciding not to reach a conclusion. But I do take Naser, but that would be nice, Naser. He actually freezes up for a second to look at me. Wait, seriously? Yeah, why? Why wouldn't I be? Judging from his reaction, he genuinely thought I was going to turn him down. Genuinely. As it comes to realize that I'm fine spending time with him, the disbelief turns to surprise, which turns to subtle excitement. A small smile spreads across his beak. All right. Got a place you want to go to? You're very, very bad at this, Naser. The snoot hardens. My snoot is stiffening. I then recalled that aside from the usual hangouts spots that persisted throughout the years, most of my favorite places don't exist yet. Yeah, until socialism took over America, like, the arcade sucks. So Naser, did they already build the deathmatch arena? The what? Well, after socialism took over America, a whole bunch of weirdos made a deathmatch arena. For some reason, it just kind of took off from there. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that it doesn't exist yet. I mean, I know Fight Club, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna kick me if I say anything about it. I mean, it's kind of cute that, like, most of our hangout spots don't exist. That's fair. I decided to task Naser if you know of any good music shops in town. Well, there's Free Record Shop. Didn't they go out of business? They went out of business? Okay, hold up. I am terribly sorry about that, but sometimes things just work out that way. What do we get here? Can't even visit the mass grave. Dang. Miss gonna hang out with the tormented Kulak souls? Hey Naser, is Purgatory open yet? I remember seeing Azuma Diryu fighting in... Get this shit out of here. Shit, now I'm caught in other things. Listen, I got a good tip for you, right? If you ever do anything with your life, don't, for fuck's sake, if you can help it at all, don't ever answer questions when you're... Man, I want to know who even watches my videos, and who, if you like them, why are you so silly? Why are you such a silly Billy? Spellcasting trait, agility. Like, honestly, why do they even have a fucking concept of spellcasting trait in Daggerheart at all? Practically everyone gets one. Head hurts. Itches. Dude, what sets these people apart? Enough of that. Put that away, Safi. Focus. You've got a job to do. I'm genetically predisposed to the silly. My lips are dry. Take a guess what happens when you walk outside for a while and it's very cold. No, that doesn't make your lips dry. It's because I haven't drunk as much as I should. Where were we? Oh yeah, these guys are like, let's go do some stuff. He responds confidently, saying that he knows a shop that Fang likes to frequent, saying that must be good. With that settled, we finished our breakfast, cleaned up, and started to head out. But before we could cross the door, Grandma handed me a wad of cash, telling Naser and me to have fun. Here you go, honey. Dad needs this. Honey needs this to be whitewashed. Oh, God damn it. Daddy needs you to launder this, okay? What do you mean launder? Oh, well, you know, he just happens to find some money, and he would love it if someone other than him were to spend it. Oh, I get this. My dad says this all the time. What are you talking about? Yeah, whenever dad says, gives you a lot of money and goes like, oh, don't worry about it, sweetie. They're from special friends, so those special friends would like for you to spend this money very quickly. Preferably at these stores. And I'm like, okay. And then I basically get some free stuff. I love drug money laundering. With a smile, she sees us off as we hop into the NASCAR and take off towards town. Now with a larger sum of money than what we initially had for this outing, we'll be restricted to small purchases or window shopping. Man, all of Amber's socialist, utopian UBI money is useless now. Her bank account is blanked. After a while of driving, chess, but you've mistaken your opponent as Kasparov. Every time your opponent blunders a piece, you see it as a Barbarian sacrifice and are unable to take. Oh my God, that is such a nasty curse. Holy shit. That is such a mean curse, Senator. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. That's so dumb. Fine. Fine. Fuck you. I'm pinning it. Pin comment of the stream. Oh my God. Fuck you. After a while of driving, we reached the heart of the city, and a bit near the NASA parked in front of a particular shop. This is the place. What I could see for the display shop, it looks like a regular-ass music store. As we entered, we were greeted by the shopkeep. Welcome to the Stone Slab Emporium. What are you buying? He's a weird man in a cloak with a hood, and he's got his mouth covered. I guess he's practicing social distancing. Aye. But his posture, he's all slouched over, and he keeps jangling like he's got a bunch of AK-47s under his coat. Sure that whatever we were looking for, he's got it. Hello, we browse guitar and guitar accessories. Just looking around a bit. Stating that we were looking for, the shopkeep pointed to a specific aisle, saying that we were to find accessories just at the edge shop or guitar-related items. I've got good things for sale. We thank him and follow his directions, taking us deeper into the shop. God, I don't know all of his lines. Can someone please get me the script? Stone Slab Emporium. I don't know if that means anything. Like, if that's a reference or whatever. We thank him and follow us to the shop. We reach the aisle, start looking for the items we're interested in. While the guitar is fine, I like to have my own accessories other than use Fang's hand-me-down. When I was a young lad, I always thought bigger is always better. Then I grew up. And now he's better! Yay! If he grew up, that means that everything became relatively smaller. Poor man. Everything is smaller, therefore worse now. As I take my pick from the available selection, Naser is simply behind me looking on. Making the choice to include him, I turn to him while holding a pair of small boxes, one in each hand. Which pick do you like better? Oh, wait. Yeah, which pick do you like better? My question comes as a surprise and seeing the man says, I don't know. But don't they all do the same thing? I shake my head at Naser, leading him to an impromptu explanation on my part about the difference in guitar picks. Get out of here, nerd! Get this nerd out of here! Which is why there's so many variances to choose from. Finishing my lesson, Naser says with now a slight understanding, having grasped the general gist of what I said. I never knew all that. His answer confounds me, as Naser has, whom I consider to be a first-rate musician for a sibling. Oh, that's a really odd way to put that. Why don't you just say as Naser has a first-rate musician as a sibling? Although I guess it's just a little too much stacking. In the bad way. Hasn't Fang been playing music since they were really young? Has the topic never come up before? I think I can remember having talked about something like that before, but it's been so long that it's all hazy. There's a hint of regret to his voice, so almost like if he was beating himself up for having forgotten. But it's not like I wasn't interested, though. It's what Fang likes to do, so of course I want to get to know about it. Having covered himself, Naser exhales, looking as though he's prepping himself to get something out of his chest. I tried to learn alongside Fang, but I could never keep up with them. They just kept getting better and better, leaving me behind. Since I don't have a knack for playing instruments like them, I dropped it. But even as I stopped playing, I would still listen to them talk about music. Granted, I didn't really understand much of it. With a melancholic air around him, he continued. When it came to music, Fang was the one to explain through feeling rather than theory. So when we got to the end of middle school, I'd often just end up confused, which constantly led to Fang getting irritated at me. By the time I started high school, they stopped bothering me with it entirely. I frowned, having listened to Nasa's story. The silence hung in the air, thick and suffocating, electric and sharp, as we both struggled to break the awkwardness that surrounded us. I wasn't good with guitar piano, so I tried to play. What if... That's it! What? Looking at Nasa with a smile on my face. So he tried the guitar and the piano? He answered affirmative, though his voice suggested that he didn't quite know what I was getting at. His smile shifts into my smile shifts into a smirk as it falls in place. Gotcha. Well, lucky for you, Naser, you're no longer the little kid you once were. Well, isn't that obvious? Of course I've grown up. Naser's still clueless to my intentions. As such, I make my next play. So, it just so happens that you're a member of the track team, isn't that right? What does track have to do with music? Oh, Naser, it has everything to do. Having trained to the point that you are now one of the star runners of the team, surely your lung capacity is phenomenal. Actually, my running is mostly anaerobic, so, breathing is not that big of a part of it. You do know that a lot of running can be done anaerobically, right? What? Yeah, I don't really breathe during much of my sprints. I know it's a bit weird, but, there's ways to do it. Make the streamer drink powdered milk mixes. Do you want to kill me? Just give Naser the trumpet already. Wanted to play. Hold up. If you're gonna say shit like that, we're bringing up the Doot skeleton. Go to heck. Okay? You can go straight to heck. There you go. You've just been dooted. I win. I win. You lose. Moving on with our lives. Why Fang is getting tired of dealing with Naser. Just be nice. My slight criticism of Naser aside, I thought, Naser, I believe you should play the trumpet. The trumpet? What for? I'm not good with music. I prefer the saxophone. I asked the colonic. Just shove it up my ass. It'll be fine. Seeing they still too hung up on the previous failure looking an instrument, I back up my claim. So they should at least give it a shot since you never tried it before. He reluctantly agreed after a lot of pleading on my part. Then before we could start getting cold feet, I'd dash over to the cat to ask shopkeeper if there was a demonstration trumpet we could borrow. Beep beep. Hold up, we need this ready for when Naser does it. So, he nods, to which he goes to a nearby room and digs out a trumpet case. Inside, the trumpet, accompanied by a full set of cleaning utilities as well as various mouthpieces. Ooh, that's a fine trumpet. Thank you, Jim. I rushed back to Naser before leading him out of the aisle towards a small table with a pair of chairs. Don't marry your fucking uncle. I opened the case, revealing the trumpet in its brashy sheen to Naser. I take it out and set it on the table. After which I take out the cleaning utilities. I give Naser a short demonstration of cleaning the trumpet and its parts, mainly the mouthpieces. Once I done, I pick up the trumpet to his beak. There's an act of playing these things with a beak, without a specialized mouthpiece. Oh my god, they actually bothered to think about it. Adjusting the mouthpiece in a particular manner so that the air couldn't escape. I blew it to test it out. Thank you. A single note resounds through the air. Perfect. I clean the mouthpiece and hand the trumpet to Naser. Just kiss him already. That's how they give it to test it out. He nervously brought the trumpet to his beak and copied the way in which he positioned it. He sucks in the air before locking in his form and blowing through the trumpet. Thank you, Naser. Trumpet that one-shots everything. You bend cloggers. No, that would be fermented green apple flavored pops. No. I stifle a laugh, but I'm unable to the sudden exhale. Amber, come on, don't laugh. Naser's now looking considerably distraught. For me, near 11 birthday. Sorry, I'm good now. Naser looks at me seriously, obviously bothered. I told you, I'm not cut out for playing music. No, there's just your first note. Here, try this. For Naser could put the trumpet down, and I started directing to play various notes. His first few times were shaky, but ultimately kept improving with each one. After guiding him a bit, his notes were pretty solid. Moving on to the next step, I told him to play a couple of select notes over again. Oh my god. Amber, you can't just own music in the auditorium and music class and then make Naser a musician. You're changing the future, you dumb idiot. Why isn't your fucking little gooball telling you to stop? Trumpet cover of Cruel Angel's thesis. Listen, if I could get Cruel Angel in Doot form, I would fucking shit a brick. Doot, 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 doot. Man, that'd be so terrible. I think I'll die. Anyway, basically Amber is giving him a sousaphone. Sound pretty good. And then so I thought I was looking at the secret, blah blah blah. You're great, Naser. Just go play. Music goes in your family, doesn't it? Guess music flows in the family, don't it? A girl looks just like you. Lil as I know her. I remember she used to ask about my fine guitars before making up her mind. I got a good sense of... I could tell she's got a good sense of music just from that. You want to... Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck you. I'm putting it on. I have to find it first, though. Knee deep in Doot. Oh my god. I hate you, man. I hate you so much. And I hope that you take that to your grave. Glorious! Anyway, information about losing music. As we paid for it, we left the stores and the rates goodbye. Come again. Naser's still pretty much astonished. Didn't think I'd learn about music and Fics so much in simple. I guess that goes to show that it's ever too late to start caring again. Naser's expression shifts to a pleased one as he nods in agreement. Naser looks at the time, so, well, it's rather early. Want to go somewhere else? Take it over from him. Oh, going to the park. Naser suggests a race would be fun. Is he conveniently forgetting that he's a track star runner? He's not Homestar Runner. Shut up. God dang skeleton. He's bullying me! Before we call the worst, says, "We're getting faster already." Is she? I'm gonna wait for the song to finish before I give my disappointment a little breathing room, because I am actually genuinely disappointed at what happens here. But until then, you get to enjoy this beautiful song. I would like to point out that this particular version also features like a little skeleton like dancing on the ground on the screen, which is like everything you need to truly enjoy a song like this. How can you shoot demons without demon shooting music? This thing has almost 9 million views. Enough of that. Yeah. Apparently Amber just casually beats Naser. So Naser is taller and considered a track star. And fucking Amber, who has been practicing for like a couple of weeks, is younger than him, is shorter than him. Oh my. Is anyone keeping track of all of Amber's character traits? Can you just add Amber's also a star athlete, apparently? Just add that she's an Olympic runner in there. You know? Just another humble, modest trait for the character. Jesus fucking Christ. No, it said that Amber is shorter than Fang, so she's probably shorter than Naser too. Legs included. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, you could kind of go... Like, I think the idea is, like, she knows how to duck and weave around crowds. But fuck off! Amber is nice. She has social skills. She doesn't need to be physically adept, okay? Like, half the point is that a tiny goo ball can exert force over her body and force her to comply. And I'm paid for a designer baby. Well, it's there at 2044, I guess. He might have. See, there was a doctor before. She almost seemed distant, like she wasn't close to anybody. Why is Sienna exactly like Rachel? Why is history repeating itself? Is Rachel gonna die in childbirth too? What the fuck? I like how Amber just meets two women who have the exact same autism problem. Right down to running. But Amber can keep... Oh man, we're the super cool, elite, majestic super runner species. No one can run faster than us except for this fucking winged fucker! You have wings! Why would you run faster? You literally have reduced... You have increased drag. Reduced aerodynamics. Oh my fucking god. Oh, it's so dumb. At least Anon got his fucking designer baby, I guess. And there's Tracy. Hey kids, interested in a couple of dogs after that mad dash of yours? The vendors and orange dinosaurs. Everyone knows this lady. And of course, Amber's like, oh my gosh, Tracy is so good at hot dogs. Hey everyone, you love Tracy, right? Tracy's so good at hot dogs. Tracy's good at hot dogs. Tracy's good at hot dogs. She's so good at them. Cameo character, she's so good at hot dogs, and Amber can tell. Now's not the time, motherfucker. Having finished eating, you see what's out of the bench. He's saying at me. Jesus fucking Christ, Naser, you're 17 to 18. She's 15. I mean, I guess she's family and he's alone. He's a little loner boy. I can imagine that you can make the argument that Naomi was kind of isolating him. I would prefer if we went with that kind of angle. Just to give it a little more depth. Like, clearly people like him to some extent because he helps out. He's class president and all that. I feel like you could kind of work that angle in. Like, yes, people like him, but no one's allowed to approach him. Today was very fun. Final notification, so tired. Tracy can be a plot point when her game comes out. She has a fucking game now? I don't want to kiss a woman who has lips that are made of hot dog. I just want a hot dog. That's I tell Naser that fact school should go pick it to the good idea. Come on, Naser, it's good. Then tearing up the inside of my car. Come on, Naser, we're picking him up. Your relationship is gonna get... Listen, Amber, sometimes you gotta let those social links cool down a little bit. She's originally from a game before Snoot. What the hell? Listen, I would like to clarify that my upsetness is not that Tracy is in this. It's more that I feel like by the time Amber shows up, Tracy's almost certainly retired from the hot dog gig. Like, you don't do that when you're in your 40s. Or 50s, even. Or she wouldn't recognize her, at least. I feel like you could do more with that if you really wanted to go that direction. But I prefer the angle that she just doesn't know. Like, someone else has taken this spot. You could... Like, the fact that it's just going and playing Tracy straight is a bit meh. How the fuck would Amber know what hot dog stuff looks like? Add ability to identify masterful hot dogging to the list. Yes, I know. The double entendre, and yes, include it anyway. It'll be funny when someone finds the list without context. Oh, I think that's bolted. Again, bolting in this is fucking shit. You can barely tell in dark mode. Anyway, Fang's waiting. I'm not riding with it. Oh, shit. My expression becomes deadpan. Why aren't you shocked? Why aren't you shocked that your mom is an asshole? Let's be clear. We just had a flashback where Lucy is this super nice, super cool mom who is, like, comforting Rachel. So you'd think she'd be like, what the fuck? How could you say that to your brother? I feel like, again, the word retard and everything, that Amber would have a stronger reaction to this. That isn't deadpan like it's a fucking comedy skit. With my displeasure rising by the second. Be shocked. Be disgusted. Be just completely out of it that your mom is like this. Have a fucking emotion that's not snarky in some way. Like this sassy-ass Wheaton bullshit, where it's like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. There around me changed my wings suddenly rustled in agitation. You're 15! Fang doesn't give a shit. You're also smaller. Ugh, women, am I right, gamers? Isn't like a decade or two between Snoot and Teen Amber? Amber goes to high school, so she's 15 in 2044, which means she is a kid from 2029, I think. Yeah, right? So yeah, Amber is born about 9 years after this, after Snoot game, according to this fic. So 2.5 decades. My silent anger is enough to convince... So, add underneath hot dogging expertise, add to Amber's character sheet the capacity to intimidate someone older and taller than her, who is also a sassy asshole. Jesus Christ, Amber. Like, I'm fine if she has social skills, but she has now incredible social skills on top of everything else. Fuck you. You gotta replicate mom's anger. Ha! You're 15! Also, you keep saying that Fang is your mom! How can you mom-intimidate your own mom? Amber is so low-level, like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's exactly it. Like, grandfather paradox much? Having cooled down, I tell Fang you could lure ticket too. The kazoo. Oh, we're done. So seriously, so we had an ending one scare, and now it's like, oh my god, I'm kind of pissed off right now. Okay, I need to. So the next chapter is apparently Anon, and it's a really short one. Shall we do that? Like, as a palate cleanser?